And it's Thursday night, and we're live, and we have Starscream Wife, who is currently over behind the wall. And if you hear some scratching, it's because she's playing some scratch tickets. I, of course, am your host, Dennis Moulton, aka Gotbot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, man. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors, NL, the Autobot family. Have a look for me everywhere across social media. Check out Transformers Collectors NL if I didn't already say it. And naturally, please don't forget to hit that. That's right, the notification bell, because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. And welcome one and all to 2020. Yeah, okay, so like I've been saying for a couple of months, we're not for kids. Like, it is what it is. The way we broach topics, we are collector oriented and, of course, parent oriented. We have a few things to cover tonight. I'm so glad that we see people coming in here. I'm so glad that you're stopping by. We weren't here last week. Last week, of course, was family time for the holidays. As a matter of fact, actually, last Thursday, myself and Starscream Wife came back from many a travel over the holiday period. And honestly, we just wanted to chill out, man. We just wanted to relax, to take it easy. Our holiday season was fantastic. The new year was terrific. I just hit 2,500 subs. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you who have helped in some way to make that happen. Onward, upward. Now that we're at 2,500, we'll do something. Once I get kind of settled into the new year, we're going to do something special for that, like I promised before. So we'll see how that plans out. A lot of stuff coming up now in the new year. We have the second half of Universal Collision Season 2. We do have some review things in the wings. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. I'm hoping to do some different type of content because I think that there's going to be a bit of a shift when it comes to reviews, or at least the amount of them. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. I'm just going to kind of set things up here, and then we'll kind of get going with our trivia question. But I'll get things sort of set up here first. I see you guys coming in there. And we're going to do this. And let's see who we have here. Thor, stop motion. Hi, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Kato, always happy when you're here, my friend. Last time I think you and I spoke was during the live broadcast of Ninja Bill and Friends. If you guys didn't see that, I think we done that back on I want to say the 22nd of December, and that was a blast. We had a good time, even though poor old Ninja Bill had quite a time trying to get in. If you didn't check it out, check it out. I think he's done a couple more since. I believe there was one pretty recently that he done with a good friend of the channel, Crimson Raptor. We all know Crimson, right? And I have yet to see that one. It's there. It's on my to-watch list. Blizzard, happy that you're here, my friend. Hold on a moment here, folks. TF Gaming YT, hey Larkin, so happy you're here. One of the things that I got in the Christmas haul is technically Larkin's doing, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Rudy, so glad you're here. I hope you and the family had a fantastic holiday season and are already having a fantastic new year. I'm sure you are. Let's see. Do I have Siege Blue Streak? I do not have Siege Blue Streak, TF Gaming YT. I've seen him, but I don't have him myself. I do plan to review him coming up. He's one of the ones coming up because I know somebody who has him. So I do plan to actually take a look at that fairly soon, but I was desperate to want to get the custom Lio Kaiser out of the way because he's been a year in the making. We're almost done there now. As we go down here. Thor just says my channel is 13 plus. All of our channels are 13 plus, my friend. Let's see. Happy start to 2020, MWG. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you, Kato. I'm sure the congrats was for the the 2,500 sub. Thank you, Blizzard. Who else do we have here? And again, guys, if I'm missing something here, I apologize. A little rusty, you know. We weren't here last week, you know. We missed out last week, so. And Starscream Wife just won $2. What a way to start the year! $2 Canadian, $2 Canadian, no less. Let's get some congrats in here for Starscream Wife, hey. Crimson is a good dude, absolutely is. As is Ninja Bill. I agree with you, absolutely, Kato. Let's see, Siege Impactor. Got Siege Impactor and Japanese version of the Combiner Wars Bruticus. Blizzard, both fantastic. I love the Combiner Wars Bruticus. Now, the Japanese one is obviously still fantastic. I think it is one of the strongest of the combiners. I said that a long time ago with Combiner Wars. I said they really went out on a strong note with Bruticus, I think. And Impactor was my number one best offering in 2019. He took the top spot for me. So congratulations. I think that's fantastic. I need the new Wheeljack. Me too, man. Me too. Thank you, Neuro. I appreciate it. Nice job, Starscream Wife.
Yeah.
She's pretty proud. As Kato says, $2 is $2 is $2, man. And okay, so very first thing we're gonna do is let's get the first trivia of 2020 out of the way. And I gotta tell you, good friend of the channel, Dragonfly, sent this to me. Man, I had no idea what the answer was. Not a clue. This one's a challenge, so listen closely. In the Transformers G1 episode, Madman's Paradise, which quintessence criminal was banished to the dimension of Menonia? Was it A, Mera Al Utha? Was it B, Al Budur, or Badr, sorry? Was it C, Mirdane? Or was it D, Inkirata? Was it A, Mara Al Utha, B, Al Budir, C, Mirdane, or D, Inkirata? I had no idea. None. Not a clue. Yeah, not a clue. So far, if you're just coming in and joining us now, all you've missed is me saying the welcome, saying Happy New Year to one and all. I hope that 2020 is fantastic for each and every one of you. You know you deserve it. I said thank you to everyone who has helped me get to 2,500 subs, onward, upward. I've talked about some things up and coming in the new year for the channel that I'm excited about, man. I am excited. In terms of actual reviews coming up, I just got kind of another whole set. We have the Christmas haul. I'll talk about that in a bit, and I'll sort of address what reviews are coming up there as well. Oh, that's great. I'm glad. That's good. The Christmas haul. I guess I'll do the Christmas haul first. I'll get that out of the way because that way I can sort of talk about the upcoming reviews coming up. By the way, Inutabi, hey buddy, happy holidays or happy new year now. Let's see, Starscream Wife guessed C. She guessed C. Let's see what we have here. I know a few people have been chit-chatting here. I like Decepticon Impactor best between. That's fair. If you're into, I think Neuro just said that the Decepticon Impactor was the preferred version of that mold. And that's fine, I think, if you're into IDW. I honestly, if you're into that one or you're into the stock one that came out at retail, either one, it's fantastic. It's a matter of aesthetics and which aesthetic you like better. Dinosaur Planet, happy you're here. Head sculpt was great. It was if you're into the IDW head sculpt. I agree with you. Absolutely, Neuro. I'm going to wait to see what everyone else guesses. Hey, Psalmist. Happy you're here as well. Because she's one. Let's see. Blizzard guessed D. Starscream Wife guessed C. I'm not that good. Thor's, I'm not that good of a dude. I've been in trouble a lot of times. I've been suspended twice, and I've been a lot of fun. Doors, man, you need the attitude like me, brother. That these hands, they are too pretty to hit, and this face, too pretty to get struck, man. Just saying. It's not true. But as long as I can believe it, then it makes it true. C. Dinosaur Planet said A. Let's see. Read the choices again? Sure, I can read the choices again. Neuro, hold on, buddy. The choices again, A, are Mara al-Utha. B, al-Badr. C, Mirdane. Or D, Inkirada. Input, happy to see you here as well. Grimlock is in an apron. I just don't see Dinobots in... You don't see Dinobots in kitchenware. And you know what? You should. You should. Yes, input. You absolutely made it in time, buddy. You're here at the beginning. C, B. Oh, I missed the reveal of the lemon shockwave. What? What lemon shockwave? Oh, lemon tree shockwave. A sounds familiar. Make my sandwich now, Grimlock. I like sandwiches. I like Grimlock too. Okay. Yeah, there's shockwave. Yeah. Okay, the answer is, everybody ready? Everybody ready? You ready? You ready? You over there, you ready? How about you up there? Yeah, I think everybody's ready. The answer is A. Those who guessed A, I believe it was Dinosaur Planet who done it first. Congratulations, buddy, for being right on the ball tonight. Okay, so the Christmas haul this year was actually pretty small. First things first, I did get, and we will be taking a closer look at this, I did get this lad. It is, of course, Star Convoy. Now I want a Super Megatron or an Ultra Megatron, or you know what? Give me Star Giant. Why not? And this is, for me, I'm about to make a really big statement. If you've been like around the channel for a long time, part of this community for a while, this is, for me, hands down, the absolute best offering from Takara I've ever handled. Everything else that I've ever handled from Takara is loosey-goosey trash. This, though the ankles could be a little bit better, this is bar none the best. But it does immediately require that you do a little bit of a change to how this thing works so that it stays solidly in place. I'd heard about it. I did it. It works like gangbusters. Now that star does not at all come loose. Not on mine. I love Star Convoy. As you can guess, he's probably going to get a pretty good review. To be fair, though, I got him in 2019, and he is not going to appear in the 2020 best worst list unless I forget that I'm saying this right now, which I might, because I actually got him in 2019. I did the best and worst of 2019 before I got him, but that's okay. That's okay, because he wasn't going to appear on it, because it is that Power of the Primes mold, and I believe that was in an earlier countdown when the mold was first put out. Kind of the same as the other thing that arrived today, and it is, this is the one that is thanks to Larkin. It is this. This is, that's right, it is the Black Mamba Grimlock, along with the rest of the Dinobots. And I was always happy with the stock Power of the Primes release, and they're great. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. I love them. I think they're wonderful. I still think that they're wonderful. Not as Volcanicus, that's hot trash. But as a set of Dinobots, they're great. They're affordable. And of course, they were available at regular retail. And then the more Larkin talked about, hey, they should have been bigger, and he found these, which I didn't even know at the time were in G1 colors. I just knew them in those like Power Rangers, Skittles type of colors. When I saw that, and then I saw the beautiful work he had done with his custom work, I was like, man, you know, maybe they should be bigger. And then I started going back and referencing the animation again, and guess what? I want them a bit bigger. I would not, however, call this quite leader class. It's not. But this I would call like a very hefty Voyager class. Like it's bigger than Voyager, but it's not quite leader. That being said, this, as well as the other Dinobots, this is infinitely better than this. And this is pretty great. Honestly, I really like Power of the Primes, all of them. And I think that this is infinitely better. And guess what? Much cheaper. Much cheaper. Even as Volcanicus, this is infinitely better. And I'm so happy to have them all. I do have to do some custom work, but the whole reason I have them is because of Larkin. They're also hefty. They're also heavy. All of the ratchets and whatnot are so... Listen to that click. Listen. Listen to that clicky ratchet, man. Die cast parts. It's everything is beautiful with this. My first foray into Black Mamba, and color me impressed, man. So Starscream wife gave me these. I was not going to get them myself, but sometimes she thinks better. Sometimes she has kind of been drawn to certain characters and certain things that I wasn't going to get. I've talked about it before, such as Generation Sandstorm, such as Titan's Return, Black Shadow, and every time she's thought the wiser, I have been happy. Enough that when I'm trying to decide, will I keep a certain iteration of a character or replace it, I often go and defer to her and what she thinks, or at least get her opinion on it. Because a lot of times, I find that I'm happy if I follow it. She actually does well with it. Now, this is the other thing that I got. If you were here for the Christmas episode, then you saw me do an unboxing and an opening thanks to Maximal 10, friend of the channel. And one of the things he gave me was this crap garbage little like $1.50. It was red and white. It was just trash. And then I found out that actually it was part of a combiner. There's 5 of them. And to be fair now, each of these members, okay, I'm going to show you the combiner. 3 of the members are knockoffs of Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, and the other 2 are knockoffs of characters from, I think, Dark of the Moon, except now they've been given a combiner port to become legs, and the ugly monstrosity you get is this. I call this Sad Nexus Prime. It is, and I have to hold on to, my thumb is over here, because if I don't have my thumb over here, this arm will fall off because this is hot garbage. Now, this entire combiner, now it's fine, by the way, if you just stand it on a shelf, but this entire combiner is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7.50 Canadian. Such hot trash, and I love it. I absolutely adore this. It's so bad. Somebody find these and somebody send these to Thu, because this has to be beat down. It's like, it's my Nexus Prime for now. I'd like to have a proper one, but sadly that ugly little thing is going to be my Nexus Prime. Hey, Transformers and video games. Big shout out to M. Guys, Transformers and video games just very recently passed 2,000 subs. And you know what? I consider M and Joe both kindred spirits. We started pretty much around the same time. I feel like as I've grown, they've grown, and it's so good. It could not happen to a nicer guy. Absolutely. So that's my Christmas haul. Now, we're going to look at Star Convoy. We're going to look at that garbage, my Sad Nexus Prime. We're going to look at the Black Mamba Dinobots and their Volcanicus and see what it exactly scaled with. And I do have a couple of other things coming, but you see, things are about to change a little bit, I believe, because guess what? Here in Canada, we're getting, you're not going to believe it, yet another price increase. It is starting with Studio Series, Voyagers, and Leaders, which is exactly, it's the movie stuff that the price increase started with before. Americans, pay attention, because guess what? We're your future. You guys now are paying your $20 for a deluxe, your $30 for a Voyager, your $50 for a Leader. We were doing those prices from 2015 to 2018. So we're about 3 years ahead of where you guys are headed. So keep that in mind. Studio Series Voyagers, right now, if you were to go just to regular retail, at least to Walmart, Toys R Us haven't done it yet, but at least to Walmart, they are now $45 for a Voyager Mixmaster. Voyager Mixmaster. I saw Larkin's review of it, and I don't know if it was like some parts forming on it or if it fell apart or what. Are you honestly trying to tell me that taxes in, that's almost a $50 figure? I don't think so. Leaders are now going up to $75. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that for something like leader class, say Jetfire. But I ask you, the leader class Shockwave, leader class Shockwave with that little dude with the parachute and like Igor and Brains, which they're just one little molded piece. Can you honestly tell me that Voyager class Shockwave, because it is a Voyager class, let's be realistic, a hollow Voyager class no less, along with just 3 little molded things, can you honestly tell me that that's $80 worth of value? No, it's not. So I've already decided, if you want to see reviews of Voyagers and Leaders for Studio Series, unless someone I know, a fellow collector, and I do know a guy who is into the movie line and only the movie line, if he lends them to me to take a look at, I'll look at them. Otherwise, I'm tapping out. I'm not paying that at all. I'm speaking with my wallet. No, you've not only hit the ceiling, you've obliterated it. $80 for a leader? Get real, man. No, they're already rotting on the shelves. They're only going to rot more. What scares me is that this is going to be indicative of what's to come for Earthrise. And if that ends up becoming the prices for Earthrise, I won't be collecting them. I just won't. They're not worth it. I'll get a few here and there, but nothing like I've been doing. I mean, in the last couple of years, we've gone from now for just a Voyager. I mean, now we've gone in the last couple of years from, 20, actually first was 24.99, got from $24.99 to now $44.99. No, sorry, not for me, man. Not for me. Just saying. But that does open the door then for a lot more interesting content and discussion along the way. Sometimes, they always say, like, speak with your wallet, man. You got to know when to say when. I'm saying when. That's it. I'm saying when, man. Let's go back and see what you guys got. Nevertheless, we're going to look at all that stuff I said. We are going to look at the cell-shaded Optimus. We are going to look at Blue Streak, as somebody mentioned. Maybe some G1 stuff along the way as well. I think that might be on the horizon. We'll see as we get going. Let's see what we got here, because I know you guys have been talking. The Lemon Tree one, I knew that Event Progenitor every freaking time. Oh, Starscream wife, she tries so hard. Let's see. First time getting it right, says Dinosaur Planet. Hey, man, and it was a hard one. I wouldn't have got it right. 1-star Convoy, get him, Blizzard. I think he's great, but you're going to want to do the little fix on him. Otherwise, he'll drive you nuts. Let's see. Larkin, love that figure. Input, such a great figure. I assume you guys are talking about Star Convoy, but you could be just as easily talking about the Black Mamba stuff. Please, God, don't tell me that you're talking about sad Nexus Prime. I have not seen Rise of Skywalker. We have not gone to see it yet. I'll go whenever Starscream wife is ready to go. I feel like it's one of those cultural things, like we have to see, but I don't want to run out and see it. I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. I don't know. Whatever. I'll see it because it's a cultural thing. But like, I'm cool with waiting until like nobody's in the theaters, man. Completely ignored the instructions and the stickers because Toy Hex is making some for him. Are you Event Progenitor? Are you talking about for Star Convoy? I heard that too. Hey, look at that. Graham the Collector 75. Wow. I really appreciate it. It must be late there, buddy. Let's see. Your star was good on yours, Larkin? That's great if it was. Mine did fall out, as was the case with many. but it's very, very simple fix that now it's as solid as attack, as they say. It's solid. Love those Dinobots. I'm totally with you, man. Those Dinobots are amazing. So hefty too. Starscream Wife thought that they looked good, and she's absolutely right. Volcanicus with the Dreamwave upgrades isn't bad. Maybe, but my problem with Volcanicus was always not even the look, but every time I went to move his shoulders, they would like the, I guess, wings of Grimlock's chest like would pop off and the arms would move out. It wasn't a great torso was the problem. And the forearm, my swoop, his lower legs, like the forearm, just did not stay together first nor last at all. Great swoop, great Dinobot, terrible forearm. Tried him as a leg, didn't stay together as a leg. He's not a great limb. Oddly, the reuse of that mold for Abominus works just great. Go figure. Watch out for the Grimlock hips. Okay. Why am I watching out for the Grimlock hips? Yeah, input's probably right. Volcanicus is like CW Minosaur, needs the upgrade kit. Although that being said, I just done a ton of fixes on Minosaur. And shout out to Master Far, who I haven't seen here yet, but Master Far found this image where the arms of Minosaur are used, or sorry, the arms of Motormaster are used as the arms of Minosaur with the cars on them. I think that works really well as well if you're into it. I might end up showing it at some point. I haven't tried it yet, but I may show it at some point. We'll see. But it looks really cool, and it's definitely a viable option. Also, another shout out to him. Those of you who have been following along know that we've been looking at a custom Lio Kaiser on the channel. Today, the first half of the torso went up, and that, of course, was Jaguar. And Jaguar, for me, was a reuse of the Power of the Primes Inferno painted. Unfortunately, there isn't a head that fits it. There's a couple of options out there, but they're too small. They're not quite right for it. So hopefully one will come along that I will be able to avail of to replace it. There's a lot of different options to do for the torso. A lot of people have used a couple of deluxes and used add-on parts or 3D printed parts as connectors to make a torso. I didn't want to do that. Those are great options, and if you can do it, go for it, man. Absolutely. Mastafar himself liked the idea of making Jaguar from the Combiner Wars Trailbreaker and having him work as a limb, like a leg or whatever. I guess that's an option too. Like, it looks good, but he's supposed to be a torso piece. I want him to be a torso piece. The reason that I went with the option that I went with is because I wanted to present an option where you don't have to worry about 3D printing parts. You don't have to worry about buying add-ons. It's just if you have access to the retail, the stock items that are out there, you can do yourself a proper Lio Kaiser. And I don't know if I'm saying it right. I know Input corrected me on the correct pronunciation. Do you think I can remember that? No, man, I'm an old man. What do you want? We have one more to go. Leozak tomorrow. He was the most extensive of the customs. And then we will look at the combine mode, and then we'll talk about what happened with Dezaris after that. Let's see. Toy collectors and their own idiosyncratic rules. I tried to, Rudy, man. You know, I tried to. A 3D printed Grimlock's gun. Oh, Larkin. I wanted to do that too. I have a Dragonfly sent me a version from Non-F Productions of that blaster, but it doesn't fit in the new Grimlock's hand because the hole is too big. It ain't 5mm no more. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that, but I envy you, Larkin. I don't know how to do that stuff. Like, I don't know how to 3D print stuff or like design stuff. I don't understand the process. I can make it from like building blocks. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Let's see. It was an open box set and had a Baz? Oh, a box. Yeah, a box. A box, yeah, with some swords and guns, yeah. But then it has stuff for Grim. Yeah, I do have stuff for Grimlock, and I will adjust what I have for him. Definitely worth checking those Dinobots out. They're so affordable too. Are the hips die cast on my Grimlock? No, I don't think so. No, the hips are not die cast. They're plastic. This waist piece for Volcanicus. This is diecast, but not the hips. Nice ratchet sound. Yeah, absolutely. I know that I'm gone back a ways here, guys. Captain Rage. Hey, happy to see you here. And I love your name, by the way. I know that you and I were talking fairly recently. Let's see. Happy New Year to you too, M. Let's see. Yeah, Ratchet's equal. You know what's funny, Larkin? I see there Larkin is saying Ratchet's equal TFASMR. I was asked a while ago to do a review as ASMR. I don't think I'm the dude to do it. Like I don't think I'm that quiet to do it, and I don't get the appeal of this. Like I don't get the appeal of the sound, so I'm not sure what it is that's supposed to be soothing. But I think that it's something that would be nice if somebody did, for people that are into that. Absolutely. I don't know if I'm the dude to do it. Let's see. Going down here. What do you want to smash with a hammer?
The red thing.
The sad Nexus Prime?
Yeah.
You want to smash it with a hammer?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I'll let her do it. It is Sam. I don't know if you saw. Sam asks, "Is that a red white Bruticus?" I don't know if you saw, Sam, where you're just coming in. You mean this ugly thing that I'm calling Sad Nexus Prime? The arms and the torso is Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, but the two lower legs, by the way, the dude has no knees. The two lower legs are knockoffs of Dark of the Moon that have had connectors built into them. It's hot trash, man. Incredible and awful at the same time. Rudy's so right. So right. Gosh, I missed a lot here going back. What am I missing here, man? Wow. Joker, happy to see you here too, my friend. I know that I'm going back a little bit. What? They shipped you 2 Siege Omega Supremes? Were you charged for 2 Siege Omega Supremes? That's weird. Everybody loves Thu's destruction of KOs. Don't they? That sad thing is cracking me up. Wait till you see the review of that sad thing and see just how much of a hunk of trash it is. I'll do it all in one review. It's such garbage. Yeah, I know he ran out of room, Sam, but like he deserves to destroy that thing. Absolutely, M. Kind words. We can never say too many kind words to each other, my friend. Out of Earthrise, which is my favorite, and how do you think about Earthrise Sunstreaker? TF Gaming White Team, my favorite is going to be Wheeljack, because Wheeljack is my favorite character. And as you probably guess, I'm also quite excited about Sunstreaker in this case, because it's another reuse of Wheeljack. Cannot wait for both of them, actually. Let's see. Razor Bear, hey. Thanks, man. Thanks. I certainly tried to do a good job with it. Let's see. I plan on getting 2 iron. Why 2 Ironworks, Chris? Neuro, I agree with you. Already overpriced. We just had a huge jump, and now they're automatically. And they didn't even announce this one. They just snuck it in. Here's the funny part. If you went on like Christmas Eve and you went to buy like Leader, I'll say Megatron, Studio Series Leader Megatron, and he's there on the shelf in Walmart. He was at the time $69.99. And then we had Christmas and they were closed. And when I went back on I think it was 28th. So we're talking the difference now between the 24th and 28th. Here, things are closed the 25th to 26th. So it was open again on the 27th. I went on the 28th. And the exact same, the box hadn't even been moved, but now there was a new price tag there that said $44.97. Exact same. But because of 4 days in the difference, now you're paying $5 plus tax more. That's ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves. Canada is a test market for the US. So yeah, I can believe it. And you know what? People are like, Siege, you're flying off the shelves. Not here, they're not. Not here. Waveform, I can't say Wave 5. Wave 5 is not hard to get. Spinister and Crosshairs, not hard to get. Wave 4 has not shown up in very much abundance at all. But besides that, every single other Siege thing is easy peasy to get here. Easy, because it's not selling. Let's see. Leader class Shockwave was not worth 50 or even 40. $35.99 max. Yeah, you're probably right, Neuro. I tend to agree with you, actually. I like that, though. Not worth 50. That's cute. Here he was $69.99. So he was about 75 here. Let's see. What? We talked about this on ACP's 7.5 hour live stream. 7.5 hours? I could never do it. That is a marathon stream. Oh, marathon stream. We should do that someday. Studio series are good. They are good. But are they good enough to spend $80 on Leader Class Shockwave? Good. Let's see. I need to sell my collection just to keep collecting. Yeah, right? Exactly, Chris. And I have started selling stuff. Yes. Neuro just said it. People will end up waiting till sales, and that's what you're having happen. It's funny. A little while ago, I did, toward the end of the year, I did a whole thing called Was Siege Worth It? I done a whole video on it. It went up on tformers.com, and there was actually like a vote that was done. By the way, the last I checked of it, the tformers.com poll had 40% saying yes, it was worth it, had 25% saying no, it wasn't worth it, but had 35% saying some of it was worth it. And I talked to a lot of people, and they said it was worth it if you got it on sale. There was a time not long ago when we would have just arbitrarily said, wow, what a great year it was. We had so many great offerings, and we bought them all. And now all of a sudden people are picking and choosing, and they decide now, let's do another price jump. You don't think that that's going to make people pick and choose even more? You know, I bought pretty much all of our ID. Some of it I sold off, some of it I gave away. I bought pretty much all of the Prime Wars trilogy. I skipped a couple of things in Siege. I'm going to skip a ton in Earthrise, and I'm already out on Studio Series. And I'm pretty much out on Cyberverse, though there's a couple of nice things there. Absolutely a couple of nice things there. I have a week off in 3 weeks or so. Hopefully I'll get motivation to make some new vids then, but I'm not holding my breath. Graham, I find that when you make vids, like you'll do a bunch in a row, and then you'll go like dead silent for a while, and then a bunch in a row, dead silent for a while. But I'm always excited to see when it comes. I pray for Lazy Eyebrow. Why do you pray for Lazy Eyebrow? Dude's going to be busy, but you know what? He's bettering his lot for himself and for his family. Hey, man, I'm sure we'll see him around. He's just going to be a busy guy learning. I can't remember what second language he's learning, but good on him. Why I collect third party these days, and Joker just said it right there. Third party, I think, is the way that a lot of us, myself included, might end up going. It is steep. $80 is steep, Dragonfly. You're right. Voyagers in my area are $25 to $30. And you know what, DJ? If that's what they cost in your area, $25 to $30, you're lucky. Here, a Voyager now is going to be $45 plus tax. So that's the difference, right? Razor Bear just said, price increases and repetitive characters, I tapped out. For example, Earthrise Optimus Prime. It's great. It's leader. I can't say I'm excited about it. I have an Optimus with a trailer. I mentioned that before. I showed it off the second chance one, but I'm especially not in for it if that was to come with a $75 price tag. I'm not No, for a Voyager Optimus in a trailer, I would not pay $75 for that. That's nuts. I don't understand why anybody would. Which brings me to brand loyalty and blind brand loyalty. When I put up that review, and a lot of people were around for it and saw it, and it's kind of gotten a lot of views, and I covered everything. I've done it objectively, or as objectively as I could, where I looked at the value. Was the price increase worth it? And all year, if you guys have been around all year, I've been doing guilty or innocent with the quintessons. I won't be doing that going forward now. But it was all building to that. And of course, when we have the small size classes, they didn't go up in price at all. So they were kind of automatically innocent because they just took up other price points, but they didn't go up at all. So I got it. I got it. And I talked about if the MicroMasters were comparable to the Legends class from, yesterday, so to speak, yesteryear. And then when we got to the Deluxes and when we got to the Voyagers and the Leaders, I talked about the massive plastic, the design. I talked about if, what ones throughout the year had been guilty or innocent. And I said, look, subjectively speaking, man, I'm right there. I'm a fan like everybody else. 100% innocent. They were great. Objectively, just as a consumer out in the world, they were also innocent, but barely. And when I say barely, I mean one more price increase, and that's it. Not for me, man. Certainly not to buy them all. Like, I would way pick and choose and way look for sales more because it's not worth it. Or if I get it, I'm picking it up because I know somebody who's collecting it and getting it, and they're buying it off me, or they already sent me, the money to pick it up for them and are kind enough to let me review it or something like that. And then I got to the Commander class, and I said, you know what? Jetfire is amazing, but 120 Canadian is steep, man. And then I got to the Titan, and I said he was innocent, even though here he's $249.99. But it can't go up any more than that. Now I'm going to get Scorponok, but that's it. I'm done. I still think there is wiggle room in the US for price increases, both for Commander and for Titan. I don't think in Canada, and I can't speak for other countries, I don't think in Canada the wiggle room is there. Not unless somebody's going to start giving us huge raises. I don't think the wiggle room is there for what we're being offered. And then I got to that Unicron, and I just outright said, nope, it is single-handedly the most egregious example of ripping off customers that I've ever seen for any commercially available product ever. Now, I left it at that and I went on because you guys who have been around know that I've talked that thing to death. I even done an entire video where I played a couple of different roles and argued for and against. And I had this dude come up in the comments with this huge, long, dude, get a life, go celebrate the holidays with your family and friends. These huge long rants saying that I was a bad actor and that it was horrible what I was doing and that was an absolute, high-end, super amazing creation, and that what I did was unfair, and if he applies my objective measures to it, blah, 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 blah. And I said to him, no, you're wrong. And he said to me that he came up with some sort of I don't know, Unicron blindness syndrome or something. And he was talking about cognitive dissonance and all this nonsense and gibberish because he's a loyalist. And then he said, I'm going to say something that's really going to piss you off. I backed two of them. And I said, aha, I get it now. You invested and got suckered into backing two of those. And now you're doing everything in your power to justify it. Look, I didn't explain all my arguments against it because I didn't need to. Go back, watch the previous video. Didn't do that. Just kept attacking me. Now, that's fine. If you want to attack me, fine. But I said at the beginning of that this was not a video for people who are brand loyalists. And I don't get it. I never understood brand loyalty. Joker said it there. More and more as prices go up, I'm going third party. Razor Bear said it. Repetitive characters, rising costs, not worth it. And still you have people out there who swear by it. This Larkin said it. A couple of people said it. This is good. This is infinitely better. And this entire set, all 5, were for a cost of 2 of these. 2. No, I'm sorry. Do not be loyal to them, because the thing is, that's what they're preying on. So this guy, I even said, look, I will leave your comments there, man, so that people can make their own decisions for themselves. But no, I didn't explain it again because I didn't need to. I've already done it. And I said, eventually, it's a lazy sculpt. It's a lazy conversion. He needs a stand to stand up. And I said a few things. And this guy said, it's the first time you've said an argument. You're a bad actor. Blah, blah. I'm not. But you need to pay attention to what I've said throughout the entire year. That was the thing. I don't understand why somebody would waste their time arguing the point with me when I had already said, man, this is not going to be a video for you, because it's not. This is going to be very unapologetic. Absolutely unapologetic. And it was unapologetic. I advise you guys to take a look at it, because I also talk about where I think things are going. And I had a couple of people come and say, you're crazy. They're not going to, make these things smaller and whatnot. They're not going to make another price increase. And I just told you, we're getting another price increase. Pay attention, man. I'm saying pay attention. Hold them accountable to us, the consumer. We shouldn't be accountable to them. That's the wrong way to do business. What else do we have here? $80 is really close to third-party prices. Your right input, and third-party tends to be made better. So there you go. Hey, Master Fire, I gave you a couple of shout-outs, buddy. I hope you saw them. CBB Combiner Wars Bruticus KO. I know somebody, Master Fire, who has that CBB Bruticus, and apparently it's very, very good. Very, very good. I can't speak to it personally, but he gives it high praise. I love Star Wars. Sorry, I know a lot of people in our community love Star Wars. I couldn't get past the whole idea of them like being magicians, and because come on, the Force, the Sith, it's magic. No, it's not for me. Toy Hacks is working on a set for Star Convoy. I thought so. I thought that's what it was. Hold on here, guys. Hold on here. What else do we have? Golly gosh, gee, you guys are a chatty bunch tonight. That's because we missed a couple of weeks, isn't it? You guys are so chatty tonight because we missed a couple of weeks. I know. Going back here. And I know that, in me going back here, I know that, I'm way behind where the conversation actually is. Bear with me. POTP has the worst torso. I agree with you, Master Fire. I heard that Rise of Skywalker wasn't good. I feel like I should see it, though, just because it's a cultural thing. And I don't know if I'll notice it, because I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, so it'll probably be fine for me. Star Wars is a great popcorn movie. Yeah, so what you're saying is Star Wars is like Transformers. Don't overthink it. I got you. Triple R, always happy when you're here, my friend. Hey, Alec? I think it's Alec. I'm going to say Alec, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. From Greece. Wow. Happy New Year to you, my friend. So glad that you joined us here. Red Swoop is worse than the original. It is worse than... I heard that too. I didn't get it because I wanted my swoop with the blue chest anyway. It's funny. When the set arrived and I opened it up, Starscream wife immediately said, why is Swoop's chest blue? And I had to explain that's the way he is in the animation and whatnot. I'm happy of that, but I could understand if somebody wanted it red. Let's see. Wow, Rise of Skywalker is your favorite. Wow. Yeah, Minosaur does have a lot of better options. You're right, Master Fire. Master Fire, I did point out your idea that you showed me with the arms down. I haven't tried it yet. I was tempted to, but I haven't tried it yet. But I think that that's also a great option. Welcome, Green Turtle Gaming. Yeah, Starscream wife just said they will see it regardless. She's a Star Wars fan. And you know what? We've seen the rest. I didn't see Solo. She has seen Solo. I have not seen Solo. But besides that, I mean, I've seen all the rest because of her. might as well see this one, might as well at least end the Skywalker saga and see what they do with it next. Let's see. My 6-year-old enjoyed it. Crimson just talked about you. I think it was you who was on with Ninja Bill a little while ago. I saw Star Wars opening day, 9 in the a.m. No joke. 12 people in the entire theater. Wow, that's the sort of theater I like, man. Green Turtle Gaming. Confusing though. Kind of confused. They're always confusing at points. Green Turtle Gaming. TF Ancient Titans. I'm hyped for Earthrise Snapdragon. I am excited for Snapdragon 2 because we should have got them a long, long time ago. Hopefully, that mold turns out better than what poor Ape Face did. I like Ape Face, but there are improvements that could have been made there. Let's see. Lio, not Leo. Lio Kaiser. Lio Kaiser. I'm not going to remember that, but I know you've told me. Like Lio Convoy. Lio Kaiser. Okay. I had to go for a bit. That's fine. I think we should compare customs. I finished a Leozak custom, and I have Deathsaurus. Also, why do you care about cartoon accuracy if you don't care about the cartoon? I do care about the cartoon. I always go for cartoon accuracy, Master Far. I always have since day one. We could certainly compare customs, though. What did I miss? I don't know. Me babbling on, and that's what you missed, Dinosaur Planet. Yeah, Horicons for life. I'm with you, Crimson. Power of the Prime has the worst torso. You said that, Master Fire. I agree with you, though. Hey, Tia Fangeek, happy you're here, my friend. You haven't missed the news. That's the important thing. Going down here. Treehouse. Happy New Year to you as well. A lot of new faces in here tonight. It's great. Someone explain to me what's wrong with Siege Ape Face. What's wrong with Siege Ape Face is his tolerance is, you know what? For me, the only thing wrong with Siege Ape Face is the way his neck attaches. I don't like it in ape mode. It's a nuisance and a pain. And also for me, if you watch the review, when I flip down the nose cone, there's a tolerance issue with those two holes that go over the two pegs. They don't just peg over. I got to kind of half untransform them again and put my finger in behind and then put those two together and then kind of convert it back. It's clumsy. That's all it is. But I can't speak for everybody's copy of the mold. I can only speak for mine. My mold is clumsy, Master Fire. There you go. It's not bad. It's just clumsy. Robot's great once you get him there. Ape is fine once you get him there. Plane is awesome once you get them there, but the conversion going between them is just clunky and it feels outdated. There you go. Feels outdated and clunky. Filling your New Year's resolution. I'm finally watching Transformers Car Robots. I like car robots. RID 2001 was great. Going down. It probably holds together better than Volcanicus. Do you mean the KO Master Fire, or do you mean this ugly little thing? Because I assure you, it does not hold together better than Volcanicus. That being said, the Black Mamba Volcanicus holds together tight as a pin. It's fantastic. Yeah, people have problems having them stay tabbed together. Let's see. Hey. Abdullah, happy you're here as well. 2 Omegas and no only turn. That's crazy, man. Wow. Congratulations, I guess. Happy New Year to you. I envy you, man. That is a blessing. Just got Siege Jetfire. He's basically an MPV. Yeah, Siege Jetfire Masterfire is fantastic. Congratulations to you as well. Chicken Fried Steak, happy you're here. Gotbotters. Wow, that sounds like a butter that you put on popcorn. Gotbotters. Or like it sounds like a candy. I need to make candy. Sunstreaker and Wheeljack are going to be great. I agree. Crimson here. Drax. Hold on. Crimson. Take the tracks from the second Omega and extend them on the first. Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Crimson. I absolutely agree with that with you. Hey, Tyridium Hanger, look at that. Yeah, the pricing issues, man, they are a killer. It's hilarious. It's funny. A little while ago, I was given a shout out by, I'm not even sure I'm saying your name right. Tydridium? I hope I'm saying it right. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm stumbling over the letters. But he gave me a shout out saying that he enjoys when I kind of talk about things from a different perspective, from a different country. And it's hilarious because just recently I watched your look at the Titan class, I will say, problem. And you hit so many nails on the head, things that are going to be coming up in, I think, the US very soon, things to consider. I thought it was such an insightful video. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. Absolutely. It was so insightful. Going down here. Hey, Perceptor. Hi to you. Well, people complain about Shockwave Masterfire because it's a Voyager that was sold at a leader class price point. Up here, that's more than double the price. And it wasn't, I bought it, but like I'm not happy about it, you know? But I just find because I will never buy another Shockwave ever again. I was thinking that Crimson, but I do not want them to say, hey, you need to send the other. I would say, what do you mean send the other one back? I don't know what you're talking about. I only have one. Sorry. Jay Hala, welcome. I love Siege and Studio Series. Fair enough, brother. As we go down here. Golly, I've been back so far. Earthrise will be Scorponok Fast Track. Yeah. Well, I mean, they've already announced both Scorponok and Fast Track, so I'm in for that. At 40 Canadian, that's insane. Yeah, it is insane. 40 and going to be 45 for Studio Series now. Nuts to that. I think that Walmart is going to see that that's failing and drop prices back. They did it before with Combiner Wars. They tried to up it to 34.95 at the time, and not one sold. There were shelves of Combiner Wars. Who was in the first wave? Silverbolt and maybe an Optimus. I don't know who was in the first wave with Silverbolt. They've never sold, not one. They dropped it back $29.99 and they started selling. Just saying. You mean leader class? No, I mean leader class is $80. Let's see. No moist. Only one I want from Earthrise is Scorponok. Yeah, I'm in for Scorponok. Anything else on sale? Just not worth the price anymore. I agree with Graham. 100% I agree with Graham. Picking and choosing with Earthrise, absolutely input. Blind loyalty is stupid. Blind loyalty is dangerous. That's what blind loyalty is. Blind loyalty will get people in financial trouble. That's what blind loyalty will do. I don't envy people when I see them go out now and spend that kind of money on certain things. I don't think that they have something to be proud of. When they showcase what they spend, I believe they see it as a status symbol. But I look at it and I just feel sad for them that they got suckered so badly. And that's where I'm too. I know you're not Dinosaur Planet, and you shouldn't be. Be loyal to your friends, your family, your bank account. Chicken fried steak, hail Hasbro. Oh, such blind loyalty. You should be better off getting KFC Horicons. They look like the cartoon and no hollow bits. See, I don't know if the Siege Horicons are flimsy, but I feel like the KFC ones are just too big. They're great, but I feel like they're too big. And Keith is iffy sometimes himself. Price tag is what keeps me from buying Hasbro products. Yeah, I got you. Let's see. 40 is, yeah, pretty much 30. Yeah. Let's see, going down here. Wouldn't mind, but the quality of new stuff is terrible. I can't buy vintage. That's the other thing. If the price went up, the quality went up with it, the size went up with it, great. But now look at Astro Train. Look at Leader Class Astro Train compared to, say, I keep using Overlord as an example. Overlord was $55. Leader Astro Train, I didn't pay for them. I got them on sale. But Leader Astro Train, taxes in right now, is $75. Soon going to be $80? No. That's almost double, and he is significantly smaller. No, it's not worth it. 2 Ironworks to attach the Omega Supreme Ironworks has more than one configuration, so I'll get at least 2. Fair enough to attach there. I get that. Complete siege line. They need to get that Unicron. They can have it. Zeta all the way for Unicron, 100%. Wait, somebody actually ranted and ranted big, long, dinosaur, big, huge. Eventually, I just deleted it because, like, the guy started talking about how, like, he has this huge collection and, like, how he's going to put it in a museum. And he's like, over here we have museum. I don't even know where he was. Like, okay, all right, buddy. Yeah, your collection's going to go in a museum. Sure it is. All right. What a fool. Just saying. It will be part of, well, you're saying, Graham just said, I bet that the Unicron will be part of the third line, but it has already been branded as Siege. That's the thing. It's specifically been branded as Siege. It'll be interesting to see what's on the box when it does come out, but that's about it. Titans may be gone after Scorpion. I think Titans should be gone after Scorpion, though a few people have argued you could get the other add-on partners that would go with Star Convoy. You could get Star Giant. I get it, but I think that it's getting to a prohibitive price now where it's just not worth producing, especially for the mass market. And I'm not crowdfunding a company that just paid $3.8 billion for Entertainment One and Peppa Pig. No thanks. I'm not crowdfunding that. Sometimes KOs are better. I'm kind of with Master Fire. I was trying to forget about it, but this guy wouldn't let me, Master Fire. You should have been there. You would have torn the shreds. This last year's price hike was announced before Hazard. Was it? You're right, TFN Geek. I think Commander Class will take over input. You're right. Absolutely will. MechTech was so bad. They are forcing people to look at other options. Event Progenitor, you're right. I got Black Mamba's something. Hold on. Got Black Mamba something. Oh, Masterfire, I'm so happy for you, actually, that your Slam Dance doesn't have the issue. I know that you and I were talking about him a little while ago. I'm so glad that yours don't have the issue. I am really, really happy to hear that, actually. 2 more Titans. Hold on. KOs are top notch these days, says Joker. Really, third party are technically KO. Yeah, the difference with, of course, with KO, and I talked about this, is KO becoming the new face of third party. The difference being that a KO is taking the actual design and doing something with it. As where a third party, of course, is its own engineering and design. I think that's where they technically draw the line. Forgive me, Bobby Skullface. I wouldn't put Hasbro Takara in undersizing their Titan Devastator and Titan Predaking going forward as a commander class. They could, Crimson. Absolutely, they could. What am I using for Leo Zach Masterfire? See tomorrow. I'm gonna send you my HasLab so you can rip it a new arse. I would too. I would love to review that thing just to point out what's not good about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's gonna be great. But it's a matter of, is it that great? And I even said to the guy, man, like, I said, look, it's not that I think it's gonna be bad, but maybe the thing should have been like, I don't know, $275 US, maybe even $3 US, not double that price. That would be great to review that thing. That'd be great. We did miss you. I appreciate that. 2 more Titans and 1 more Unicron scale. That would be for that'd be over years and years. Commander class could be nice if they need to keep those prices in check for. Yeah, they're not going to keep the prices in check. Is the problem event progenitor? I think that Japan might give us a Black Zarek Master Far, to be honest with you. I think Japan may very well do that. Solo was okay. I wouldn't know. I didn't see it. Yeah, Event Progenitor's right. Black Zarek is a maybe and will be a costly Takara version. Absolutely. Orthea's way too wobbly when she is combined. My Orthea is okay, but I see where you're coming from. She's a bit wobbly. But I blame Elita 1 for that. I got the Toy Hack sticker set for Omega Supreme. It's a nice set for him. I think that you've done the right thing. And I'm not usually one to say, hey, spend a bunch of money on stickers, but I think you've done the right thing for Omega. So much homage to G1 on 8-Face. There is a lot of G1 homage on 8-Face. I agree. Input just said, a Black Zarek may need to be funded like Grand Max was. I agree with that, too. Let's see. Took my time, did entire sheet. I find it takes me a few days to do stickers. They're brutal. And Starscream Wife is reading. I was wondering why she was being so patient with me. But I guess it's because she's reading. I'm a lucky man. 2 Omegas for the price of 1. That's also lucky. Name of Titan video to check out. What? Name of Titan video to check out? I don't know what that is. I like a few from Earthrise. More than Siege so far. I don't think I like more from Earthrise than Siege, to be honest with you. I pre-order Earthrise Optimus. I think that's the smart idea. Right now, those costs haven't gone up, which is why I said it'll be interesting to see what happens when Earthrise comes out. But I think that kind of locking in the lower price now might have been the smart way to go, Chris, if you're in for him. And if I didn't already have a trailer, I would totally be in for him. Like I keep saying, I'm not getting Optimus, but there's a caveat to it, right? And if you don't have like a mainline chuggish Optimus with a trailer and like a recent release, then I think that you're doing the right thing for sure. Plus, he has that Matrix. Like, it's not that it's bad. It's just I don't know if it's good enough for me. Earthrise Optimus looks nice, but not worth replacing my Classics Optimus with the trailer and Delta armor, right? So, like, I totally get where Event Progenitor is coming from too, right? We're going to talk about that Megatron, Chris, coming up. We still got to run through the news real quick. I paid 60 and change and another 7 and change shipping for Astro Train. Ruined the toy for me when I think of how I overspent. That's the thing. Like, Astro Train is great, but I look at it, I'm like, really? I'm so glad I didn't spend the full asking price on it, because I would have the buyers. That's the thing. This is why I'm going to start picking and choosing, because I see that and I say, if I bought that at full price, I would have such buyer's remorse. Not that it's not good. It's just not that good. He's not a leader. He'd be a great. And here's the thing. Astro Train's not a leader, but he's not quite a Voyager either. Like, he has more mass to him. He has more engineering to him, but it's not enough to pop him up to a leader. He's somewhere in between. They use more plastic. That's why they did the first price increase. They didn't use more plastic, though, input. If you've watched the last year, when I do the mass, it's usually either the same or less, except for the Ironhide mold. That was more. Everything else is either the same or less plastic. I don't know why people keep saying they use more plastic. No, they didn't. What they did is they went back to using hinge and swivel instead of lazy ball joints. Wonder how long that's going to last before we go back to lazy ball joints, because you know it's going to happen. So hoping the Earthrise Megs would be Super Megatron. Oh, that would be so good, Graham. I was going back up and I noticed people saying, like, that's a great idea, Graham. That's a great idea. And I'm like, what's the great idea? I totally agree with that. I'm betting on repainted Power of the Prime Starscream for Leo Zach. Is that what you're betting on? It'll be interesting to see tomorrow. And then we'll do the combined mode. And then we'll see what happened with Dezaris. We're almost done. I'm happy about that. Siege has good designs, but bad production cost-cutting decisions, and their QC is horrible. But at the same time, but all in the name of saving money, I totally agree with Event Progenitor. 100%. Everybody talks about how amazing Siege is. It's the only line, man, I had to return anything. And you say what you want about Combiner Wars. Say what you want about Titans Return. Say what you want about Power of the Primes. You know what? Never had to return any figure on any of those lines. The only issue in any of those I ever had was an online exclusive, which was my Punch Counter Punch, and somebody was able to source me a tire for that because it was just the missing piece. I've had 3 that I've had to actually return and exchange with Siege. I've never had to do that before. I don't like doing that. It's wasting my time. And sorry, but this might sound arrogant, but like my time is more valuable than going back and doing exchanges because Hasbro can't do their job right. Take care, input. I love Ape Phase. The transformation is stressful, though. I agree with Jay. I love Ape Phase too, but the transformation is stressful. Titans View that you talked about that hit so many points. Maybe I'll get a link from you later. Are you talking about the? You and I are going to have to talk, Event Progenitor, because I'm not sure which one you're asking about. Yeah, I like ball joints. I've never had an issue with ball joints. I mean, hinge and swivel is nice, but I've never had an issue with ball joints. Menace the Dentist sounds about right. Okay, so the last thing to do, because we've kind of gone through everything as we've gone through it, is just the news to run through very quickly, my thoughts on that, and then we can get out of here until next week. I just want to throw out that a friend of mine on New Year's Day, she sent me a message and she said, "Hey, I thought about you. My in-laws had this transformer. He sells them like on eBay or whatever. And I thought about you, and I was just wondering, do you know him?" And I was like, "There's no picture. Who is it?" And it is I'd almost like to talk to M more about this, actually. It's a G1 Japanese Megatron. So it's a G1 Megatron in box, sealed. It's Japanese. I don't know if it's KO. It looks legit, but it was beautiful. The chrome was beautiful on it. It looked to be in really good shape. So I asked her if she knew if it was legit and authentic, and she said, as far as she knows, as far as I can tell, it is. But I know some people know more than I do about that stuff, so I'm gonna refer a bit. But I thought it was such a cool find. Like, she didn't know who Megatron was. Okay, but she thought of me. I appreciate that. Okay, so the news of the last 2 weeks. I'm just gonna run through it kind of quickly here now. First, Shockwave Labs showed SL65, its pipes for Siege Optimus Prime. Event Progenitor is a big fan of it and showed it to me. They look oversized to me. A lot of people have wanted bigger pipes. If you are one of those people that want bigger pipes for your Siege Optimus, I think Shockwave Labs is a great option to go because they do great work. It's not for me. They look too big for my personal taste, but I'm not going to say they're bad because they're not. Also, Shockwave Labs SL64 are fillers basically for the Power of the Prime's Orion packs that was part of that Evolution Optimus Prime. He needs the fillers. I like Shockwave Labs. There you go. The Hall of Fame was announced. Skywarp and Omega Supreme. Skywarp being the G1 character, Omega Supreme being the like figure of the year, whatever you want to call it. No shock for Omega. A bit surprised about Skywarp. I really hoped that it was going to be Holler. But I love Skywarp, so I'm happy about it. Devil Savior coming on strong. Boom, boom, boom. With their pieces for their ROTF Devastator. That looks amazing. They range somewhere between 109 to I think 174 American. So it is pricey, but they are astonishingly well painted, well crafted, and kind of insanely detailed. We saw Great Axe which is, I think their scavenger maybe. Looks amazing for as weird of a robot as that is. We also saw their Rampage renders of it anyway. Looks really good. Yeah, if you're gonna go with Devil Savior and go in on it, know that you're gonna be paying a mint, man. But I think the end result is gonna be astonishing. There's one more to show. They're dropping them real quick, which I think is smart. Maybe the argument could be made that that'll be a lot of ducats to have to dish out at once, but I think you can stagger your purchases. Like do one this month, do one another month, do one another month. By the end of the year, probably be set up. It's definitely higher quality than Studio Series, but it's also coming with a much higher price tag. It is what it is. I think Studio Series is fine, but with the price increases that I just talked about, let's take something like Studio Series Rampage, or take something like Studio Series Long Haul. Can you honestly tell me that Long Haul is a $50 offering of that character? I bet you Deluxe would say it's not, because he said that thing doesn't even stay pegged together. For $50, it should at least stay pegged together, shouldn't it? Just saying. What else do we have here? We saw 3-0 show off their Soundwave that has 80, listen now, 80 points of articulation and a foldable, not transformable, a foldable Ravage. And you can fold him up and he fits in Soundwave's chest. He looks nothing like a cassette, but he fits in his chest, so that's kind of cool. 80 points of articulation is astonishing. That Soundwave is amazing. Hound MP47 came out, and it looks cheap. There's something about the green that's not striking for me. I don't like the canopy section that goes on top. I like that the accessory store under it, but it looks cheap. It's not. And I only find it looks cheap in truck mode. In robot mode, it looks great. I love Hound. That being said, again, right away, I've only watched one review of it. It was Deluxe's, and he snapped off the thing. Now, he blamed himself for it, but still, it shouldn't happen for something called a masterpiece. It just shouldn't happen. I'm concerned about the plastic on the front fenders. That seems really thin to me. I don't think Hound is bad, but I think it's unfortunate that we're still seeing certain issues with that masterpiece line for kind of an expensive cost, man. I'm just saying, to each their own, but I don't think it's for me. Lemon Tree, their Shockwave looks stunning. They also showed off from the like a Decepticon ship from the 86 movie. Apparently it's going to be masterpiece scaled. I don't know what that means. I don't know how big it's going to be, but it looks really good. It's like, I think it's like Galvatron ship or something. It looks great, but I don't know how big or expensive that thing's going to be. Not for something called masterpiece scaled. Earthrise Wheeljack rocks. Simple as that. He has high animation accuracy, and I love how his bumper becomes his little like wing things behind his shoulders. I think that's astonishingly nice. Takara Tomy Mall has an entire pack of their Seacons instead of these like 2 packs. I'm sure it's expensive, and of course it's a Takara Tomy Mall exclusive, so it's got to be in Japan. I feel like that's a combiner very hard to get, very overpriced. I don't know anywhere to get it. I feel like it's one that a lot of people want. Like, there's money being left on the table if Hasbro doesn't release it kind of mainstream as far as I'm concerned. But what do I know? I don't make choices. Let's see. Just here. Oh, we had the Quintesson box set come out, and everybody was like, this came out unannounced. Bull. If you have been paying attention, I told you about it in July. Sharkticon set comes out. Not quite what I expected, because they're little tiny, like they're almost the size of bots. Little tiny Sharkticons. They're cute, but like there's not much to them. I'm not getting that set. But again, everybody said, Sharkticon set, Sharkticon Attack came out of nowhere. Bull. I already told you about it in July. Nobody listens to my spoilers, man. The Voyager Quintesson coming out, and everybody's like, hey, Voyager Quintesson, it's all this talk. Again, told you about it in July. Pay attention. I'm excited for that to see what it is. Hopefully, it looks better than the Cyberverse one, because the Cyberverse Quintesson, while it's cool to have a Quintesson, it's like just a black cube with little dangly. I don't think it's for me. We'll see what the Voyager one is like. What else do we have? Transform Element showed their masterpiece Mirage. That looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful with its colors. And apparently the like shoulder cannon thing is part of their transformation, not an accessory. What? I love that. I think that's excellent. Toy Lab showed an MP scaled Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime that apparently is going to be 28 centimeters in height, and it's going to come out in Q2 2020. The pictures I've seen, they've only been gray, but it looks beautiful, man. So beautiful. G1 Astro Train was released. Its purple is darker. People say it's $50 American. That Astro Train is $69.99 Canadian, just like that Optimus Prime was, just like Hot Rod was. And guess what? They didn't sell until they got severely cut. The last Optimus Prime that I saw on clearance at Walmart went for $7. This Astro Train will do the same thing. It's not worth $70. Nope. Iron Trans showed off their Star Saber, which is bigger than MP Star Saber. It is definitely stylized, but we have the alt mode, we have the smaller robot, we even have the little Brain Master. It's astonishingly good. I suspect it will be astonishingly priced, but if you're in for it and you have the funds and whatnot, I think it is an amazing Star Saber. Then we get to the official kind of mainline spoilers and stuff that came out. Before we go through those, I'm just going to very quickly here now go back over some of the things you guys have been saying. Because I know that this has gone real long where we haven't been together in a little bit. How far back does this go? You know how I went to. I was missing a gun when I bought them. Okay, so here's where we are. My Siege Soundwave was missing a gun when I bought that. Bites. I saw a Studio Series KSI boss. He has no head in package, and it's not like the head is falling out. It's just no head. Dennis plays tennis with Dennis doesn't have a sister. Now, that being said, Ultimate Megatron does make me raise my fist. I hate that thing. Return Refractor 3-pack set. One of the figures had 2 right arms. That's the other thing. You're getting a lot of like 2 right arms and 2 left legs and stuff like that. I don't care for ball joints. Fair enough. Well, you know, Hasbro went to Vietnam, so the QC might have more issues than China. Maybe he's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right, Joker? I'm after a 3-pack. Missed out a good price on one. 3-pack was here at Toys R Us for a while. I don't know if it's still there. Maybe they all sold. I have no idea. Just not in the legs. I can get behind that, Boss Gunny. Did the Megatron have the extra gun parts? I can't recall now. I want to say yes, it did, but don't hold me to it. Graham, I don't know. Should it have the extra gun parts? Only the issues came. Oh, the reissues came with them? Oh, well, maybe it didn't then. I don't know. You know what? Did it have the extra parts? I'm going to tell you right now if it had the extra parts. I'm going to tell you right now if it had the extra parts. It looks like it's the I yes. I'm gonna say yes. That's the picture. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see that. No, you guys can't see that. It's too bad that you can't see that. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's kind of a close-up picture. I did like the Matrix for Siege Optimus from Shockwave Labs. That is also very nice. I agree. Down here, not a fan of Babe versus Devi. To each their own. Shoulder piece reversed. Strange. That Studio Series Devastator is going to be huge, Jay. I agree. It's going to be a glorious, beautiful mess. You missed a ton, Eddie. I've been here for a long time. We're just about done with the news, but I'm glad that you're here anyway. We've been 2 weeks, so I don't mind going a bit long tonight. I was semi-excited about Earthrise Hoist till I saw the video review of him. Earthrise Hoist is, I think, the hollowest Transformers offering we've ever gotten, and that's saying a lot. Hey, Ninja Bill, happy New Year to you too, my friend. I learned earlier today about Wheeljack. He feels more comfortable in vehicle mode than in robot mode, and does his best thinking. And interesting. Hoist undercarriage is kind of bad. Yeah, I agree. Big Spring is really good, Eddie. I'd say a good choice, buddy. They fixed the New Age Megatron's hips. I didn't even know there was a problem with the New Age Megatron's hips. And hey, Devlin, happy New Year to you too. Okay, so the last thing here now, because we have been a while. It's been 2 weeks, so we went over it. My wife has been extremely patient, as she always is. We love her for it. So from Earthrise, actually, you know what? Let's get a couple of other things out of the way. There's a KOMP of Beast Wars Megatron. Significantly cheaper, and apparently the hip issue and the breaking pelvis issue are fixed, evidently. Get them while they're hot if you're into the MP line. What else? Magic Square showed off their Light of Freedom Gold, really a Golden Lagoon, Optimus Little Legends one, 800 pieces. We've already talked about Studio Series. The Bike Sisters came out. Roadbuster small. He looks neat. What else do we have? Big backpack on Roadbuster, though. We just got word for Studio Series that we're getting a Voyager Blitzwing, a Voyager Skipjack. I don't know what that is, but I saw like a yellow Rampage image. I don't know if it's going to be a repaint. I don't know. Scrapper, and we also have what is that? I have no idea who that is. I can't even read my own handwriting. Either way, there's like 4 new Voyagers that were leaked. All of them here are going to be overpriced. I'm not in for any of them. If you are, good on you. Cyberverse Clobber is out here. We haven't seen the Clobber show up in my neck of the woods yet, but I'm kind of actually in for that. The 4 Deluxes have showed up here with the Build-A-Figure. They look nice. The 4 Deluxes look great, but guess what? They're $30. No, I'm not into Cyberverse that much. Just to have 4 parts of Macadam, and I want Macadam so badly. If I knew someone collecting the Cyberverse Deluxes, like I would say, hey, can I split the cost or something with you to get the Macadam parts? But 4 gives me 4 of the parts. 4 times 30 would be $120 for 4 Cyberverse Deluxes to get 4 Build-A-Figure. No, not interested. Too rich for my blood, man. Just because it's not there. I'm sorry, it's not. What else do we have? Ultra Class, Skull Cruncher, Thunder Howl, and Iconus. I don't know what Iconus is exactly going to be. Interesting name. Same with Thunder Howl. I assume that they're going to come up as the season goes on if they haven't already. Too bad they're coming out as Ultra Class because those have largely been trash. The whole size class has been gimmicky brick trash. Sorry, but it is. Earthrise listings. Okay, so we have apparently Rung is coming out again, as well as Smashdown and Astro Train. We also have Slitherfang. I don't know what Slitherfang is going to be, but I'm very intrigued. The Racetrack Patrol, apparently. The Astro Squad. No, the Racetrack Squad and the Astro Patrol. Because I think Patrol is the combiner. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the other way around. The Astro one is the combiner. Apparently, there's also like a Battle Squad. I'm not sure if that's going to be new molds or not. Fast Track. In for it. If you're in for Scorponok, you kind of got to be in for Fast Track, don't you? Trailbreaker, nothing kind of surprising there. I'm sure it's going to be hollow, and I'm sure I'm going to get it because I kind of want a better Trailbreaker. Run Amok, I would feel more comfortable saying I'm in on it if we knew we were getting Runabout. Sunstreaker from Wheeljack. There was an image on Sabertron.com. I don't know if it was a Digibash or if it was official, but it looked amazing. Snapdragon, the aforementioned Quint, they're going to be Voyager class in for at least Snapdragon. We'll see about the Quint. Leader class Double Dealer. I like the Voyager class one from a few years ago that everybody complains about. I did the shoulder fix. I need to see more of this. Again, I hear that, and the immediate thought to me is if the price goes up, a Leader class Double Dealer, is Double Dealer a significant enough character to spend $80 on? Nope. So I'm reserving judgment. And we're getting apparently another Megatron. I'm not sure what they would do for an Earth mode. Earth tank? I don't know. Some very interesting things coming out there. A lot of it I already talked about. A lot of it is like logical progressions of things, like Trailbreaker, for example, like the Micromasters. Sunstreaker, a little bit of a surprise, but makes perfect sense, and a lot of people talked about it. So I'm happy to see that a lot of things that people have pondered about or suggested as good ideas are exactly what we are getting. Boom. Whew. We've had a long visit. I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm just going to go back here now. I'm just going to check in the last couple of things and get out of here. Nothing wrong with the hips. They just made them look a lot nicer. Talking about the Beast versus Megatron. Yeah, he has massive hip issues. Apparently has massive hip issues. I don't know. He is the yellow. Yeah, Skipjack is the yellow Rampage. Okay, I don't know why they're doing a yellow Rampage, but whatever. I don't know. It didn't look like a Digibash of Sunstreaker Eddie. It looked legit, but I feel like it had to be because we haven't seen any other images of anything. Go check it out for yourself, Sabertron.com. Did anyone agree with Kenda getting rid of the penny? Did you agree? Not really, but it had reached a point where it was costing more to get the copper or whatever they were using to make pennies to make the penny than what the penny was actually worth. So like they were spending more to make a denomination of money that wasn't worth what they were spending to make it. So that's why they got rid of it. That being said, we just round everything to the nearest. Like, if something is 82 cents, it's 80 cents. If something is 84 cents, it's 85 cents. And it balances out. Unless you use your bank card or your like Visa, then it's the exact penny amount. They should make him look the way that looks great. It's going to be a Studio Series Sentinel. Sentinel Prime. That's what I couldn't read. Studio Series Sentinel Prime, Sam. Yes, I'm sure he's going to be great. But again, I'm not in for Studio Series. Nope, not in for it. But you were right. Thank you. I couldn't read my handwriting, and you fixed it for me, Sam. My hero tonight. I'm sure he's good. I'm sure he's very good. I'm going to stick with my Titans Return Sentinel Prime. Yeah, the Quint looks cool. I don't know if I want the Shockwave or the Prowl that's in with the Quint. Let's see. Oh, it was a Digibash. Okay. So there you go. It was a Digibash. Excited to see how Double Dealer will look. Never thought they would release him again. I hope they don't release Runabout as a store. I'm so sick of exclusives too, man. Oh, I'm so tired of them. Earth Megatron should be a truck. Maybe, Jay. I could get behind that. Earthrise Skywarp and Blitzwing badly. I don't. No. No. Neuro, good on you if you want it, buddy. I'm sticking with my Siege Seekers. I don't think that honestly, at this point, I could change my mind. But at this point, I feel like the Earthrise Starscream looks awful. it just looks like an upsized version of the classics. Like, it doesn't look like it has enough engineering improvements for me to say, hey, it looks like something from 2020. It looks like something from 2006. Maybe I'll think different when I see it in package, but what we've seen so far doesn't do it any favors, is all I'm saying. I hope Runabout is no cliff jumper scale, but sadly, I know better. I'm not getting cliff jumper. I'm not in for that in the least. I'm not even considering it. I don't think it looks like cliff jumper. He shouldn't have red shoulders or red forearms. That's inaccurate. I don't like the car mode. It doesn't look like the cartoon, and I'm not paying $30 for a Legends, because that's basically what it is. To each their own, but it ain't for me, man. Ain't for me, baby. For years, they used steel slugs to make pennies that kept it at cost, but what really cost was a box of rolled coins. Oh, well, there you go. I can see you wanting the Quince Ninja Bill. Absolutely. Runabout as an exclusive. Maybe, Neuro. I hope not. What do we got going down here? The reason both is because there are many forms of quints, and having them both. I can understand why you'd want both quints because of the different types of quints Ninja Bill. I totally get that. Oh, I got you, Neuro. You couldn't get the Siege. Well, the Siege Sky Warp was only available on Amazon anyway, so that's right. Ooh, wow, for 200. Wow. Yeah, okay, so just for you, I want a Siege. So right, I want an Earthrise Sky Warp just for Neuro. Just for Neuro. You may not get an Earthrise Sky Warp. I think you will. Oh, that's sad. Okay, guys, on that sad note of Sky Warp being sold out, we've been on here a long time. My wife has been more patient than I could ever hope. And yeah, that's it. We've gone through everything. We've caught up on 2 weeks worth. We've had a show that's gone the length of 2 weeks worth of shows. We're done here. I appreciate you coming by, give me some of your extremely valuable time. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you know what to do. Hit the donate link down in the description. As always, please hit that subscribe button because it helps me out so very, very much. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together, man, either here in the live streams, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way to have another visit inside the videos.